Mm-hmm. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah, the mic should working on. Just let me switch that shit. Okay. Hello guys. Just want to wait a couple of seconds to be sure that the video is on. So, yes, we are live. Hello guys, welcome to the What the Heck show, next episode. Today we are going to review another cryptocurrency, Dash, and it is actually a very interesting project because it is not a typical currency. It is not a typical token. So it is more about a technical solution. And what are the details of this technical solution? You're gonna learn very soon. So just need a couple of preparations. Let me check. What shall I switch off? Okay, let's be here. Okay, so I hope the sound is good. I hope the video is working too. Just let me announce that the stream is on our Telegram chat, on our Telegram channel. Okay. Right. So I see the presentation is displayed, and I see the sound is working on. Yeah, exactly. So before I start, just want you to welcome here on the What the Heck channel. Once again, just a short reminder that here on this channel we discuss different technologies and actual investment opportunities related with new technologies and blockchain and crypto in particular. And this very series of episodes is devoted to cryptocurrencies and tokens that are presented in the market right now, and together with analytics from Zet Fund, we analyzed and present fundamental analysis on those projects in order to find out if they are a good investment, if tokens and cryptocurrencies, if they have a good potential for investment, and to find out what are the risks. So we allocate risks, we research all the information about those projects, and we decide that if we are going to invest in them or no. So I see that we're experiencing some problems with video. Let me check the camera once again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so guys, I hope you see the video right now. There is a delay. There is a delay from my video and the video which is transmitted to YouTube server. So the delay is about 20 seconds. So just to let you know that they might be delayed, and that delay may cause some issues. Anyway, we proceed to Dash, and I will take the last time it took almost 1 hour and a half to present Steam. By the way, just go to the Zet.Fund/Zet-shop, and you can find their Steam fundamental analysis, the full fundamental analysis. It's already there, it's already published, so you don't even need to subscribe or register. It is public so far. We are trying to publish, we will try to publish this Dash presentation as soon as possible, but it will take time. It takes time actually because of different issues, technical and bugs and so on and so forth. But still, the fundamental analysis of Steam is there. The video on fundamental analysis of Steam is on What the Hack channel on YouTube. Subscribe, keep up with us, and you will learn a lot of potential investment opportunities that are open right now in the market or will be open very soon. So we are starting, and we are switching to Dash presentation straight away. Let's go, guys. Okay, so just give me a second to switch off the screens. Yes, right here, right now. Okay. So Dash is a very interesting project. It's not a new one in the market space. It is quite old comparing to such projects as Ethereum and Tron that recently appeared to the market. Just some very tiny adjustments of the video so we can proceed to give you what you need. Okay, I will switch the camera from time to time just to keep interaction with you. All right, so the support tells me that all is good and we are ready to start Dash presentation, and let's go. So before we start, guys, I want you to warn that the presented analysis is not an investment or financial advice, trading advice, or any other type of advice. Presentation owner does not have any responsibility on any decision taken based on the provided content. The analysis is purely for information purposes, and presentation owner doesn't have any responsibility for missing or wrong information. Any information included can be used at on one's own risk. Moreover, cryptocurrencies are very volatile. Do not invest all your savings in cryptocurrencies, and do your due diligence investigating and researching projects or assets you are going to invest. So keep your money safe. This is the only advice I would like to know. And another thing that All the projects that we are presenting here, they are based on Zet method. Zet method is a set of constant, fundamental and dynamic metrics of the new type of digital assets, cryptocurrencies, tokens, decentralized autonomous organizations or networks, to develop a solid scoring methodology in order to evaluate asset investment attractiveness and allocate maximum possible risks. That method outlines the metrics both discovered from open sources and designed in-house by a group of skilled analysts from Zet Analytics team. So guys, yeah, if you are interested in that method, a unique methodology that was designed in-house by Zet people, please go to the Zet.fund and find that method button, and you will learn more about what is that method. So there is a description about all metrics that applies, and you will understand how we evaluate those assets. I just want to tell you that this methodology is not complete, and we are constantly updating it as we gather in more and more information from the market. So crypto assets, they are not typical, and classic methodologies or fundamental analysis are not applied. So we are adding and removing different metrics just to make it most comprehensive and most absolute, let's say so. But still, it's not ultimate, let's say so, but it's much better, to my personal opinion, than the other methodologies presented in the market right now. So go to the zet.fund/zet-method and you will learn more about the methodology, and we are continue and proceeding to the dash exactly. So to begin with, I should say that all the metrics, they're grouped. Yes, they're grouped into 4 clusters. All of these factors that we collected for the methodology, we get them into certain groups related or connected to certain factors, let's say so, and we name them principles, market, network, economics, metrics, and human, social, brand, capital. And we rate them with different scales from 0 to 5 or to 3, and each of the factor has its own weight. So the final score of an asset, it is a sum of multiplications, those factors, and multiplied by its weight, and altogether we are getting the final score. So it will be presented as a number, and of course we have a let's say a table or a grade to name those assets accordingly to their investment attractiveness. So guys, too much words to start. I'm already ready. I'm ready to begin with dash. So let's move. So the first part of the presentation, fundamental analysis, is principle. Yes, and so do not expect that in this stream I will reveal all possible metrics and all possible information about the dash, because it would take much more time. Very I believe if I will go through the whole presentation, it will take me 3 to 4 hours, because there's a lot of information to present. So we just selected the most important topics that will give you an overall understanding and overall picture of a project. But if you are interested to learn more, so you can go to Zet Fund and learn more, because the full fundamental presentation analysis will be published there just in a few hours after this stream. So keep this in mind. Only the most important information about the project presented. And we are starting with major notions and definitions of the Dash project. So Dash is a project based on Bitcoin code offering significant improvements in governance, transaction speed and anonymity. It is aimed to providing user-friendly payments infrastructure with the goal to reach mass market. Its features are presented by instant transaction confirmation, a technology called InstaSend, enhanced anonymity, a technology called private send, scalability up to 40 megabytes per block, self-sustainable decentralized governance, and a software product which is considered as a flagship product of Dash, which is called Dash Evolution. Yes, Dash Evolution. Next, problem definition. So what is the problem that Dash and the team behind this problem is this project is trying to solve? First of all, it's privacy. Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies lack privacy, and data mining companies are becoming uncomfortably good at identifying the source of Bitcoin transactions, which might cause a problem of decreased coin fungibility. Governance and funding. Decrease in number of Bitcoin nodes. Lack of governance that makes decision-making deadlock. For example, block size cap. You probably heard that there is a big dispute in Bitcoin community regarding block size extension. So they spent already a lot of time deciding and discussing how big it should be, because of any issues. So one part of community is against block extension, the other is for block size extension, and so they're actually going to upgrade very soon, according to the latest news. So it might happen in November or October. Just check the news in Google. And this is actually a very big problem, and Dash is trying to solve it as well. And reliance on volunteer and corporate funding that concerns governance and funding of cryptocurrencies and crypto projects. Another problem is transaction speed. So the market leader network, speed is relatively slow comparing to existing solutions like Visa and MasterCard. And the market leader, Bitcoin is considered here as the market leader. So we see three major problems that Dash is tackling to solve. And let's have a look how they are going to solve that problem, what solutions they offer. Consensus type. So Dash is utilizing proof of work consensus as it is a mineable coin. However, it also has elements of proof of stake, as the collateral of 1000 Dash is required to become a masternode, and proof of services done by masternodes, such as validating private send transactions etc., and to get masternode reward. So we see that Dash implements kind of mixture of consensus types to sustain the network. They offer also private sand technology that makes it impossible to trace any transaction. Dash made private sand an optional feature, not a default one. Private sand is an improved and extended version of the coin join with employment of enhancements and decentralization, strong anonymity by using a chaining approach, denominations, and passive ahead of time mixing. So coin join is anonymization method for Bitcoin transaction proposed by Gregory Maxwell, and it is based on the following idea. When you want to make a payment, find someone else who also wants to make a payment and make a joint payment together. When making a joint payment, there is no way to relate input and outputs in one Bitcoin transactions, and thus the exact direction of money movement remains unknown to third parties. Well, guys, to make it more easy for you to understand, there is a real problem of anonymity in cryptocurrencies and in general in transaction in technologies in computer world, and many projects are trying to solve it. And actually CoinJoin, is the correct name? Yes, the name is correct. So CoinJoin is just one of methods that exist right now in the market. There are also projects like Verge and Monero and Zcash that have different approaches to solve that problem, to solve the problem of anonymity of transactions. And those projects are not, and those projects are not alone. I believe there are 10 or probably a dozen of projects that are solving that problem, and they approach the problem from different sides, and only the time will show how successful their ideas. So Dash is implementing a updated, upgraded method of CoinJoin and implement it in instant send to provide anonymous transaction in the network. The next feature they're trying to offer, they're offering action, is InstaSend. So InstaSend is optional feature facilitating instant transactions, instant transaction or an instant transaction. Instant send that uses the Instant X masternode feature to send and confirm transactions in seconds. The fees of those transactions are instant or like regular transactions or private transactions. They vary depending on what type of transaction is chosen by a user, and actually the fees, the size of those fees differ, and that's logic. There's logic because the power that is used for different types of transaction is different. That's why the network charges different fees. But the fees of the network is a disputable issue as well, because there are already projects with zero fees or very, very low fees. So actually 1/10, it's like 0.001 of a Dash fee is charged for standard transaction, 0.01 of a Dash charge for private send, and 0.0001 over dash charge for instant send. So you see that the fees again they vary from for different types of transactions. What is next? So another problem solution for self-sustainable decentralized governance. Master nodes are incentivized and can govern the blockchain with one vote per master node. Yeah, I just want to tell you that for those who is not familiar with the term master node, so just a brief intro. So to understand better blockchain and cryptocurrencies and tokens, you should think about a network. So network is a connection of entities. That's why we call peer-to-peer. So there's one peer and another peer, and even if there is only two peers, it's already a network. So those peers can be called nodes. Nodes are connected between each other, and they actually transact between each other. They interact, they send information or transaction, but from technical view, it is actually a package of information. So those nodes transact, and they create an activity on the network. And there are different nodes that have different roles. So master nodes are kind of hubs that takes much more responsibility to sustain network activity, to facilitate different operations within the network, and facilitating those and taking those charges. They actually provide different options and functions to the users of the network. I hope that's clear for those who were not familiar with such term as master node. So master nodes. Master nodes, however, the Dash blockchain is also self-funded. A portion of each block reward, currently 10%, is allocated to the network development and promotion budget, which means that Dash promoters and developers receive payments for their contributions, unlike on Bitcoin, where contributions are voluntary and non-incentivized. So, and the block reward split looks like this. So 45% of a block reward goes to miners, 45% goes to masternodes, and 10% goes to treasury. And those 10% which goes to treasury is used for funding project operational cost and technology development. So we can say that masternodes are the core to Dash's decentralized funding and governance system, which present the Dash budget system, DBS for short. The DBS is determined in how 10% treasury of block reward is spent. And the next problem solution offered by Dash team is Dash Evolution. It is actually a software, like let's say interface or front-end software for the end user, and the purpose of Dash Evolution is to reach mass market by providing a product facilitating digital cash as easy to use and accessible for every individual, even those who are not technologically savvy. It will enable users to set up a blockchain account, add contacts, make payments and purchase goods and services from website with one single click. So Dash Evolution presents a light wallet. It is customer friendly, it is merchant friendly, and they announced that Evolution Alpha is going to be released toward the middle of 2018. So it is actually, so to understand more what is Dash Evolution. So Dash Evolution is a software. It's kind of wallet. So there is a beta version of a testing version of this wallet, but there is no alpha or like complete software product yet in the market. But the Dash currency is already there. It is used, and it has a wide community. So we hope that the promises given by the Dash team will come to true, and we'll see this software very soon. And the next metric we are going to review today is initial distribution analysis. That is important to analyze how was the tokens or coins were initially distributed. That shows us very let's say important risk. And Dash is the very case where this initial distribution analysis is very important, because Dash is mineable cryptocurrency with a history of initial bad publicity due to the Instamine scandal. So the essence of scandal was about that 2 million coins, which is about 10 to 15% of the total Dash supply ever to be issued, were issued over the first 84 hours due to a mining difficulty adjustment issues. Even Duffield, the creator of Dash, kept his significant holdings as the community did not agree on a relaunch. However, Duffield proved he was not in the scheme just to get rich, as he donated most of his coins holdings and deactivated all his master nodes. Most of these coins were sold across changes at very low prices, thus nullifying the threat of a very large big holder dumping at a high price. So mining supply Dash is designed to have a total supply of 18.9 million coins, and at present the circulating supply of Dash is nearly 8 million. A different approach to restricting the inflation of mining is taken in Dash, using 7% reduction of the supply per year. This is done as opposed to halving implemented by other currencies. In addition, supply each block is directly tied to the amount of miners on the network. More miners result in lower mining rewards. Production of Dash is scheduled to carry on throughout this century and onto the next, slowly grinding down until finally it will be ceased in 2150. So we see that there were issues connecting. There were issues regarding the initial distribution, and 10-15% of all coins were mined within 48 hours. And I'm trying to be this fundamental analysis 100% subjective, but there is like you as an investor should keep the following idea in your head. So there is no smoke without fire. So yes, some issues may happen due to technical issues, because technology is still young, is still immature. But those people who are creating those projects and they go public, they should check those technical issues like 100 times before they go public. Because if you go public, you, especially with such projects as a currency which is used for payment, which involves other people money, you should, so the bugs, the technical issues are the most important thing that a technical team should concentrate. And I would take any explanations and any excuses regarding technical issues, but I should be aware of all issues that happen from the start. So there is a risk, and we allocate this risk. So you should be concerned and should be aware. So that's why we underline and highlight that the initial distribution of Dash had some issues. That the team and actually the founder proved. So like he tried to prove that he is not involved in that, let's say, dark or bad scheme. And yeah, the fact is there. So the scandal was there. However, the founder switched off his master nodes, but nobody knows who bought those coins, especially considering the fact that they were sold at a very low price. So 10%, 10 or 15% of the initially mined coins were sold, leaving any suspicious suspects from the founder. The fact is there, the risk is there. Let's move further, guys. So the next aspect we are going to analyze. Oh, I lost my cursor. Okay, so we talked about the problem definition, problem solution, and initial distribution token. And we are moving to market aspects. Yes, market aspects. Okay. So the second part of, let's say, a second cluster of fundamental analysis is market, and it is very interesting and important. As you see from the screen, the market cluster of metrics has a weight of 1, and it is actually implemented, applied to the final scoring. So you can check the final scoring once the presentation is published on the website zet.fund/zet-shop. You will find the whole full fundamental analysis of Dash, and Steam fundamental analysis is already there. So please go and check out. So market definition, pardon. Market definition and market size. So we defined Dash is targeting consumer finance or P2P payments. So if we consider any currency, no matter if it is Bitcoin or Dash or any other cryptocurrency, P2P payment solution, So it's still like a solution. It's still a product that is aimed to be used by people for transferring value between each other, between entities, between peers. So we consider here Dash and Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in particular as solutions for value transfer. So there is a big discussion what is currency and what is money. So there are fiat money, fiat currencies, and there are like let's say cryptocurrencies, and they have different traits and features, but they have the one similar feature. They transfer value. So using those technologies, I can transfer value to other people, from me to other people. You can transfer value or exchange value with the help of those solutions. So that's why we consider cryptocurrencies as technologies that help people to transfer value. So Dash focuses on scaling solutions and user experience to expand coin usage from niche market to common use by the average user, already largely satisfied with banking services. Dash is targeting the market of banking and payments solution with customers that are not necessarily concerned about blockchain decentralization. Instead, they have high demand for reliable, easy-to-use software with cheapest transaction cost. Dash Evolution implementation is aimed at this customer group to reach mass market, as Dash's goal is to provide a real be-your-own bank product for the masses. Yeah, so that's just proves the idea one more time. So we consider Dash and other cryptocurrencies as a solution to help people transfer money or value. So it's better to use a term value in this case between each other. So exchange and transfer value. As to market size, the market size is estimated based on benchmarking to the main competitor currently operating in the market, and it is PayPal. So I believe that every one of you is familiar to PayPal, and so the total payment volume of the market reached 451 billion in 2017. In 2017, guys, just imagine. So it is a very huge market, almost $500 billion. So the total payment volume reached 451 billion in 2017, and it is quite stale. I mean, the market is stale because of high fees charged by banks and other money transfer companies, including PayPal. So Dash is trying to solve that problem, offering their solutions. Well, I hope that's clear for you, and we are moving to the next metric, which is called network economics. So to begin with, I just want to tell you that you should understand that cryptocurrencies and crypto assets, there are very unique entities appearing right now in the market, so they should be considered and reviewed as network. Just a brief remark here. Just recently, I have watched a video about network economics. So consider our society as a network where people as nodes or entities, they interact and transact. So each activity can be presented as an interaction, as an interaction. So people are interacting within this network. They play, let's say so, on they play different roles, and they play a game with certain rules. So consider our society as a network with certain rules. So those rules, they formulate a network economics. So cryptocurrency or a token can be considered, or any community actually can be considered and reviewed as a network, and there is certain economic rules, incentives that helps to sustain this network be alive, be active. So the nodes of those networks are active, and they sustain, and they interact within the network. It's quite difficult to understand from the very first time, but I hope you will learn more watching our What the Hack show and episodes. We're gonna talk about very different, very interesting things here. So just keep up with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are not subscribed yet. So let's talk about network economics of the Dash. The Dash as a network, as a cryptocurrency. So as a company, it presents a decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAO for short. Dash presents a DAO with decentralized governance and budgeting system, which in other words is a self-governed and self-funding company model, enabling the Dash network to pay individuals and businesses for work that adds value to the network. So you understand. So it has some economic incentives that provokes individuals to do some work and get reward for this work. So Dash is registered in USA as Dash Core Group Incorporated, or Incorporation, I believe, with address 1475 North Scottsdale Road, Suite 200, Scottsdale, Arizona, USA. Dash Core Group, the legal entity for Dash's development team, set up a legal structure representing the network, which now owns Dash Core Group. So there has a legal entity. However, Dash as a company is a decentralized autonomous company. This is a new type of companies appealing right now in the market, and actually many projects and many teams choose this type of let's say so legal entity to work in the market. So what are the economic incentives of the network of Dash? Let's have a deeper look at them. So economic incentives, the miners are rewarded for securing the blockchain and master nodes, validating, storing and serving blockchain to users. The master nodes represent a new layer of network service that work in highly secure clusters called quorums to provide a variety of decentralized services like instant transactions, privacy and governance, while eliminating the threat of low-cost networks attacks by requiring 1,000 dashes, or dash, not sure what is the right variant, collateral to become an active masternode. Dash created a system in which no one can control the entire network of masternodes. For example, if someone wants to control 50% of the masternode network, they would have to buy 2,300,000 dashes from the open market, or dash. Write in the comments what is the right variant, dash or dashes, because I'm not sure about the variant. Oh gosh. Okay. Dash created a system in which no one can control the entire network of masternodes. So to control 50% of the masternode network, one should buy 2,300,000 dash from the open market. This would raise the price substantially, and it would become impossible to acquire the need. This would raise the price substantially, and it would become impossible to acquire the needed dash. So one more time, to become a masternode, there is a certain rule that that is actually the essence of proof of stake here. So if you want to become a masternode, if you want to play that role in the network, you must have 1,000 dashes on your, let's say, on the virtual account as a collateral. So once you have this amount on your account, you are able to perform certain transactions, certain operations within the network. And actually this network of masternodes present kind of upper layer of nodes within the network, and this collateral rule is a prevent measure from 51% attack. If you don't know, if you're not familiar what is 51% attack, to be quick, it is a potential risk to to conquer a network and control the network. So once you have 51% of a powered network, you control the whole network, and that's why that is like a must have. I mean, the prevent measures against 51% attack is a must have for each token, for each cryptocurrency, for each network nowadays. And we are moving to the next metric, not metric, but next aspect of economic network economics of Dash, and it is governance and funding. So Dash applies a self-governing and self-funding protocols, splitting block rewards accordingly to the following ratio. So you see that 55% goes to miners, 55% of the block reward goes to masternodes, and 10% to treasury. So we actually discussed it already. The masternodes are the core of Dash decentralized funding and governance system, present in the Dash budget system, or DBS for short, which is already said previously. Anyone can submit a budget proposal with a cost of 5 Dash. The 5 Dash are burned or destroyed on submission of such proposals. Once the proposal has been submitted, all the masternode owners can vote on it. One vote per a masternode. Two main conditions must occur for a proposal to be approved for the next budget. The first one is that the total of net votes for this proposal must exceed 10% of all the masternodes. So more than 10% of all masternodes must have to must give their votes to push that proposal to the budget. There must be the second one is the following: there must be room in the next budget for particular proposal if the total amount of proposal spendings exceeds the budget. Proposals are prioritized by the number of net votes, with the highest totals getting to the top priority. So quite wise. So it is very similar to what we have done with projects voting. Oh, guys, the lights looks pretty blue. I should adjust it because I look like a vampire in this light. Yeah, that is much better right now. Okay, so the sun is low now, so that's why the color is so dark. Just give me a second to adjust the color. It's very funny. I look like a real vampire in that light. Okay, so the rules are very similar to those rules that we in Zet Fund applying for projects review. If you don't know, then go to zet.fund /zet-shop and you will find a tile saying that we have selected more than 30 projects, 33 I believe, if I'm not mistaken, for review. So we selected a first batch of those projects and we are already analyzed, we are busy with publishing those projects on our website. And the rest of the projects are offered to the market to decide which of them will be reviewed first. So if you go to this tile and click on it, you will go to spreadsheet, Google spreadsheet, with a list of those projects and native addresses. So if you want one of those projects to be reviewed by us, you can vote, and actually one vote equals $1. So you can send your vote to those native addresses, and on a weekly basis, on Monday 12 p.m. we take a snapshot and reorder those projects accordingly to the number of votes they gained. So this is actually the same, or very the same, which is implemented in Dash governments and funding accordingly regarding the new proposals. So the proposals, they are prioritized by the number of net votes or votes, with the highest totals getting to the top priority. So such voting system is also vividly used to govern the project and set the direction of the project itself. For example, there was a proposal on block size limitation increase, which was accepted by the masternodes within 24 hours since it was published. And transparency. Okay, yeah. So just one more thing about transparency. Transparency, the masternodes voting system is fully transparent, and it is used also for governance issue, as I already said, as I already mentioned, the example of block size increase. Well, quite good funding and government solution to sustain the network, to sustain, I'm not sure, the order within the network. But the time only will show how successful this governance system, and we'll keep an eye on it. So you can keep an eye as well if you subscribe to our database that is called Zet Shop, where we going to publish this presentation of full fundamental analysis of Dash. But before we are going to review Dash competitors. So we decided to break competitors into two types, non-blockchain and blockchain-based competitors. Actually, companies or projects that use different technologies that which use blockchain and do not use or do not reveal that they are using such technologies. So there are classic, let's say, already big players in the market such as PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, Amex. They're merchant technologies, companies providing merchant technologies. PayPal has name recognition for online payments, a massive user base, and is accepted all over the internet. It is also already able to scale and integrate with traditional banking system. The main Dash's market advantage over PayPal states for cheaper transactions fee. I'm not sure how much now, what is the fee charged by PayPal, but it is quite crucial for many people and for businesses and individuals. So, and it is always nice to have low fees on your payments, or no matter if you receive or you send those payments to anybody, to any of your relative, or to if you pay for any service. So card payments are card payments are ubiquitous and integrated into the current infrastructure. The card merchant fees are hidden from consumers as the fees are charged from businesses, which may prevent consumers seeing the advantage of Dash. On the other hand, Dash with its decentralized structure will offer its customers full and direct control over the money without intermediaries. Again, we are coming back to the statement, be your own bank. So the main idea of using Dash and other cryptocurrencies is actually to be your own bank without any intermediaries, any mediators between you and somebody else you are sending your money or receiving from. So far, PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard, they present those mediators and they charge a decent fee for their services. And we are going to review also blockchain-based competitors to Dash. And the main competitor is actually Bitcoin, because Dash is a fork of Bitcoin. It is most often compared to it. Bitcoin has the first mover advantage and it is a market leader. However, it lacks governance, has high transaction costs and privacy issues. Dash also can be compared against Monero and Zcash in terms of anonymous record of transactions similar to private sent by Dash. Dash faces fierce market competition. However, it is unique in terms of scalability capabilities and opportunity to reach mass market. So, yeah, the competition is quite severe, as we can see. Right now, the market share of Bitcoin is almost 48%. And the competition will be even worse in future, I believe, and it depends on Dash team and other cryptocurrencies team projects, who will be the first, who will be the fastest to provide the best and the cheapest solution to a wider audience. We'll see. So here in our fundamental analysis, we just provide knowledge to let you understand what is a technology we are talking, and to give you facts and risks, to evaluate if this technology or if this asset has much potential to be a good investment, or if there are enough risks to avoid this asset and to remove it from, or even not to add to your investment portfolio. So we are continuing to network economic metrics with weight 0.75. And the first network economics which is important to be analyzed is network capitalization. And sorry, I just switched to another slide. Just give a second. Yeah. Network capitalization of Dash is almost 2 billion. To be exact, it is 1,832 million. Market capitalization is constantly changing, but still we consider it a very, I gave you wrong numbers, because I read from another paper, and the slides contain a bit different information. So the latest market capitalization is 1,414 million, which is huge. So why a network or market capitalization of a network of a currency is important? Because the bigger capitalization of a network, the harder it is to remove this project from market, or it is harder to fall for this project, no matter what threats appear in the market. So it is, I hope it is clear, the bigger the capitalization, the more secure the network, let's say so. The next aspect I want to review is liquidity. So we see that liquidity ratio is 48.16, and as we already mentioned, the total supply of Dash tokens or coins in the market is 18,900,000. So almost, not almost, but 43.16 coins are circulating right now in the market, which means that there is no problem to buy and sell those coins. So the liquidity is very important in terms of asset accessibility to buy and sell. And the next, we are switching to human, social, and brand capital. So just let me check, guys, before we're switching to human, social, and brand capital, how we are going. So we are going good. What is the time? So the time is almost 1 hour 15, and we are almost done, guys. So I'm trying to be as quick as possible, but not to miss very important things. So we will try to optimize the presentation time to make it even more shorter, to even more informative and comprehensive for you guys. We're open for any critiques and comments, so go to the comments and write everything you like and you did not like. So we will upgrade our streams and presentation to make it more comprehensive for you to learn more about new projects and new investment opportunities. And we're going to human, social, and brand capital right now. So as human capital, we understand here a team standing behind the project, and it's very essential to understand who is standing behind the project, because people who are driving the team, they're driving the technology, they're driving other people to develop the project, to bring that project to the market. And there are some interesting facts as well regarding Dash. So the creator and the lead developer of Dash is Ivan Duffield. We already mentioned that name. In 2017, he has moved away from the leadership position, remaining on the team as an advisor. The name of Ivan Duffield had its reputation tarnished for a while, mainly related to the Instamind scandal in 2014, which we reviewed in the very beginning of this stream. So he resigned from the CEO position, and currently Ryan Taylor takes charges of Dash as a CEO. And actually Ryan, I hope I pronounced the name right, who has a background of already 15 years at the segment of financial services and technology. Prior to Dash, he was responsible for global payments industry investments for the private equity and public market funds. He was also an associate partner in McKinsey and Company's business technology office in New York. Right. So we see that the initial founder, Ivan Duffield, resigned from CEO position. Probably no one knows the truth. Probably because of the scandal, not to attract much information, not to like reanimate this tiny black spot, not to scratch this black spot on the skin of Dash. That is certainly can be considered a risk, which we're gonna review once again in the end of this presentation, so keep in mind. So right now the CEO of Ryan Taylor, and let's see who is the CMO. So CMO is Fernando Gutierrez Mosquera. Has background in real estate management and founding video games development studio and physical therapies provider services. He is an entrepreneur, however, with lack of experience in cryptocurrencies. And the current CTO of the project is Bob Carroll, with wide background and experience in various IT-related companies. He previously helped a CTO position. I believe he previously had worked as a CTO in other companies such as Web Safety and Everspring. So moreover, it is important to highlight that there are some anonymous identities in the team. More than 20% of Dash team does not reveal their identities on the official Dash website. For example, lead developer, core developer, evolution developer, project manager. And the most concerning is that they let the lead developer, who plays the key role in project management, is hidden under the pseudonyms. Yeah, it's a very interesting fact. So it's actually up to you to decide if it is a crucial risk when anonymous identities are working over a project, fintech project. But we consider it as a risk because you know, when you're trust your money to someone, you must be aware that you must be 100% sure that those people will never disappear. But anonymity is precisely in particular do not cover this risk. So in the end, if something bad happened, I'm not talking right now about Dash. I mean in general, if something bad happens, so you as a customer, as an end user, must be 100% sure that your money is in safe, and you can address to someone or do a certain set of actions to get access to your money if something bad happens. And anonymous persons or identities behind Dash or other projects are not the crucial risks, so we do not consider them as these facts as crucial risks, but they're still risks. So the only way out here is for those anonymous identities or teams who has anonymous identities is to prove that they are trustworthy. How to do this? Just to perform good work and to gain this trust in their community and in the market in general. But nowadays, cryptocurrency market is very hostile. A lot of let's say malicious people are there. So that's why we consider this a risk, but not crucial. And this is this is an alert for the time. Yeah, we are getting closer to 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we are close to the end, guys, just to give you an idea about this potential risk. So keep in mind that we do consider this in our methodology, but in fact it does not influence the final score so far. And once again, the methodology is not finite, it is not absolute, but it is very unique, and let's say so it is a methodology that covers most important aspects of cryptocurrency and tokens as new type of assets. So we do consider this fact, we do consider this risk, but we do not consider it is a very crucial one. I hope it is clear. So we are going to the next, let's be quick. No, be back. Come on guys, please, put me back. Okay, so we want to also review roadmap. Yes, roadmap. So the roadmap, the team announced soon they release oh pardon, that's a mistake. Yes, that's a slide from another presentation. I'm sorry guys. So I will read it through a document. It's my bad, so just mixed some files, not a big deal. Anyway, so yeah, the roadmap, just give me a second. Roadmap. Yeah, they have different projects on their roadmap. Taking into account the Dash roadmap, not all planned activities have been completed as the roadmap is outdated. Issued in June 2017, it is planned to issue an update on it. So Dash Pay Wallet Alpha was scheduled for September 2017. it is still not there. Dash Evolution was rescaled for a couple of times. So as I already mentioned, that the latest release date is near towards the mid of 2018, and a couple of more updates. So just a quick resume up of the roadmap. They do have a roadmap for their technologies and products to be released, and actually it is very disputable thing to whether to announce exact date or for release of products or not, because of different aspects. The only thing that we consider analyzing such projects if they meet their promises. So a good project is a project that releasing products due to their plan. It is technological, thus it is always be buggy, that it is always be have shortages. But anyway, speed sometimes is more crucial than quality in this market. So the fastest team will be the first. And actually missing the deadlines, missing the scheduled plans can be crucial disadvantage in the market, so the competitors can take over. I hope that's clear. Sorry once again for the wrong slides. It is a slide from the previous presentation, but you can find the full presentation of the Dash on the website Zet Fund. It will be published shortly in a few hours after this stream. Also, you can find the recording of the stream on our channel or YouTube channel, What the Hack, and you can find the link to the full fundamentals Dash in where? In the description, correct. And we are closing to the final metrics that we are going to review today in this not very short stream. Backers and partners and investors. So due to our research, the Dash has many integrations with merchants, but we decided do not consider it as real partnerships, because we consider partnership as like two-sided benefit activity. So once a company enters a partnership, that means that it gets benefits as well as its partner. So it's like double side profitable step or activity. So most interesting was Pico or Piaco, I'm not sure about the name. The company offering recharges and top-ups for mobile devices around the world, with recently suspended Bitcoin payments until further notice while integrated Dash payments. So yes, this is actually the only very important partnership made by Dash company, and integrations with merchant is also important, but there are not very big names among those merchants, so we do not consider as those integrations as important to be included into and considered in the analysis. And the final metric, not the final metric, but the final step phase of our analysis is summary, and we're going to resume up with SWOT analysis. So I will just read through all these strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that consider Dash. So strengths: product experience team, self-governing, self-funding model, development strategy and fulfillment. marketing engagement, transparency, scarcity of the coins, deflationary oriented currency. Weaknesses: low number of circulating coins due to 1000 dash required collateral for masternodes, timely upgrades and limited functionality during upgrades, lack of coin-based support. Okay, anonymous identities in the team. First evolution demo shows purely designed UX and UI interface. What are the opportunities for Dash? So rapidly growing cryptocurrency market, increasing number of merchants accepting Dash, strong community engagement, potential mass adoption in the near future. And threats: price volatility, market competition, severe market competition, I would say. But again, I'm trying to be this analysis 100% subjective, so just forgive me those my personal opinions and remarks that I'm making all the time for the stream. Anyway, we are all humans. Possibility of negative change in international legal framework, threat of masternode attack, we mentioned that. Bad publicity due to Instaman scandal, threats. So, and the investment resume we have made for this project is taking into account Dash current feature set, scalability possibilities, and its transparent self-funding and self-governance model. It is a highly promising project. Moreover, it has truly engaged community and solid development team with relevant experience. It also has compelling trade numbers. Certainly, the plans to enter the mass market are very ambitious, and accomplishing mass adoption would impede coin growth dramatically. However, its core mass adoption product, okay, again the alert, yes. However, its core mass adoption product Dash Evolution release is delayed, and there were some delays in Dash development work in early stages. Since the first Evolution demo was released recently and the team announced more updates to come, it would be better to keep a close eye on the project for now, rather than rush with the investment and track evolution development. So the rivalry from sorry guys, the rivalry from big players in the social media. Oh guys, sorry, yes, that's again another slide from another presentation. Just skip it. So just to give you understanding of the summary of scoring of this project. Right. So the final score for Dash is 20.4 out of 28. So we give it A minus, upper investment grade, out of yes, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 rating options. So it has good investment potentials, but still we listed a few risks connected to this project. The first risk is Instaman scandal. The next risk is about a chance of 51% attack, because like it is in theory possible, and if it is possible in theory, it is possible in practice. And the lack of not the lack, but the constant delays of releasing new products, though they the team announce and states for those products as flagman products of a project. So missing the deadlines is always crucial. But still, project is very huge, community is very big, and it is up to you to decide. We just provide knowledge and you decide yourself where to invest your money, but do your due diligence. More information about Dash work, up-to-date information about Dash network, will be published on website Zet Fund. I will give you a quick review, just a second. Yes, Zet Fund. Yeah. Okay, it's loading. So the full information will be provided on the website z.fund/z-shop. There you will find the full fundamental presentation of Dash and Steam. Very soon. Okay, so the site is very slow to upload because of the stream, I believe. The full and fundamental analysis will be found on the website. So far, it is open, it is public with no subscription. By the end of this week, we'll implement subscription, and we will implement also some paid services that offered by our company. To keep up with the latest news of What the Hack Show and Zet, subscribe to our YouTube channel, What the Hack Show, our Telegram channel, where we post all the announcement, all the news regarding our plans and actions. Actually, find out in Telegram What the Hack 71. Yeah, it is the short name, like the link name. Oh yeah, so the website is uploaded. So I'll give you a brief review. Oh God. Yes. So go to the website, you'll find Zet Shop, where you find all the project published there. And if you're interested in our methodology that we developed, so you can go to Zet Method, and you will find the links leading to the full paper describing. No, I think the channel is. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, because of the stream, the site is uploaded very slowly. So you hear the tiles for Steam, Dash, Stellar, Ripple. We are planning to upload those projects, to publish those projects by the end of this week, but we are not guaranteed because there are some technical issues and it's very time consuming still, because we are trying to have it done perfectly. But still, you can find Steam and Dash on the website. The next stream will be about Stellar, so subscribe to YouTube channel. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much. It still took 1 hour 40 minutes for this time. So write down any recommendations, what you like, what you did like in the comments. Thumbs up if you like, thumbs down if you don't like. Subscribe if you want to learn more about Stellar, Ripple and other projects that are going to be reviewed on this channel. Thank you very much and have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.